Today we're going to look at solving two-step equations. The big ideas remain the same. We are always looking to isolate the variable or get it alone on one side of the equation. So we have to undo everything that's with it. And as we know, opposites undo. And what I do to one side, I have to do to the other. So let's look at this. 5x plus 3 equals 18. It's an equation. Here's my variable. This time, the only thing that's different is I have to get rid of both the plus 3 and the times 5. Remember, whatever I do to one side of the equation, I do to the other. So while it's totally possible to decide that I'm going to divide by 5, and I have to divide the whole side because that's what happens, if I did this, I would have x plus 3/5 equals 18/5. Then I subtract 3/5, and I get x equals 15 divided by 5, which equals 3. Now, of course, that works, but it's much easier if I subtract 3 first. And again, I have to always show work. Bring straight down. On the left side, I've gotten rid of the 3. I still have 5x. On the right side, I have 15. Now I undo the multiplication by dividing, and I find out that x equals 3. I get the same answer, but this is much easier. Therefore, equations, I want to undo the additions and subtractions first. And then undo the multiplication or division. So we're just going to do two other examples, and then there's plenty of practice in your homework tonight. Negative 1/2 x plus 9 equals 5. I want to undo the additions or subtractions first, so in order to undo plus 9, I subtract 9 from both sides. Bringing it straight down on the right side, I now have negative 4. On the left side, I now have negative 1/2 x. To undo the fraction, I'm going to do the fraction destroyer. Going to multiply by 2. I could do this. If I do it like this, then what I have left is the opposite of x is negative x, and x equals positive 8. On the other hand, if I had multiplied by the negative first, I would have positive x on this side and positive x on that side. You choose whatever makes the most sense to you. Finally, my last example is 4 equals negative 4 minus x over 3. Here's my variable. I want to undo the negative 4 and the divided by 3. To undo negative 4, I add positive 4. Because negative 4 plus positive 4, opposites undo, is 0. I bring my equal sign straight down. I now have x equals negative x over 3. And similarly to the one problem we just did, I can choose to multiply by 3, understanding that when I have this, I've got the opposite of x, and x will then equal negative 24. Or, if I see that first, I can just say, well, a negative times a negative is a positive, a negative times a positive is a negative, and I could do it in that step. Whatever way works best for you. And that's all for today.